Sup YouTube, Fantard here. I'm gonna do a review of RE0 episode 13? No. 14? 15? Let me look it up. I feel embarrassed now. Yada yada yada. I'll probably edit this out. I feel like I should say the episode. Episode 13, I was right. Okay. I feel like an idiot now. Alright. So in this episode, last episode, we started off with Felt coming in, dressed up as a priestess, like as a candidate as a priestess for the kingdom. And people are like shocked. Subaru is shocked. Emilia is shocked to see her. Well, here we find out the reason why she got chosen for that position was apparently the dragon stone shines up whenever she holds it. So that means that the dragon has chosen her as a candidate to be a priestess for this kingdom. But basically Reinhardt kind of kidnapped her because she still didn't know why she was there, and she tried kicking him. And it feels like there might be a little bit of attraction there. I don't know, seeing something there. But this knight basically kidnapped her, and she was pissed off about it. And so the first half of the episode, it's basically the nobles ripping into like the candidates for the priestess. They are disgusted that Fel is a quote unquote rat from the slums, and that Emilia is apparently like half devilish because she kind of resembles the witch, which I'm like so curious to know more about this witch, man. They like build her up so much. I want to know like what happened. What did she do to these people? In the past, they've talked about her being jealousy, creating a lot of havoc, being incarnated, I believe. I think I have to look back and look into that. But apparently she resembles the witch, Emilia does, and they rip into her, calling her a devil. That the nobles, all the goody two shoe rich people say she shouldn't even be brought into this church. How dare you? How dare you bring her in? Because they basically insulted them. And then after that, Subaru goes off and he like just tells them to shut the fuck up. You're all full of shit, because how dare you call her that without even knowing her? And she doesn't like that at all, because one thing, he's like acting out of line because he wasn't supposed to be there in the first place because he broke a promise. But the thing about Subaru, he goes off on these people, he tells them to shut up, and then he declares himself as a knight when they ask him who is he to Emilia, which I don't know why he did that. That was kind of like disrespectful to knights. In my opinion, why would you say you're a knight when there are knights right there who have probably worked their asses off to be one, even though they're pointing to it? But I don't understand why he did that. It's just, and this whole rant that he went on of him yelling and defending, at first I thought it was a little reckless. Like, I was kind of getting annoyed by it too. But like, then I thought, you know, this guy has been a lot around this family a lot more than everyone else realizes. He's the only one that can remember the bonds that he shared with Emilia and Ram. He's the only one that remembers. So he is obviously going to have a stronger bond to Emilia than what she is to him, because she doesn't remember the memories and the bonds that they've created. And it kind of sucks for him. So he gets more defensive when they talk bad about her, because he's kind of like falling head over heels for her, but she doesn't know it, because he's the one that, he's got the memories. So in that sense, I felt, okay, now I feel justified, because I had to sit on that for a while. I thought like, man, shut the fuck up, you're pissing me off. Sit down already. Jesus. So, damn it. So anyway, that goes on. And then Felt is like being rebellious. She doesn't want to do this at all. She's like pissed off. She's like, I don't even want to be here. You know, you guys are calling me a rat, and you're like making fun of me and talking shit about me, but you dragged me out here against my will. What the fuck? Why am I here anyway? So that's going on. And she's already declared, oh, I don't want to do this. Then the next thing that happens is a bunch of smoke. It comes in. It comes in as if like, at first I thought there was gonna be an assassination, but then it turns out Felt's old friend, I can't remember his name right now, sorry, tries to kidnap her and help her escape. But then all the knights, they capture him. It's pretty easy to capture. It was like a typical smokescreen detective thing. They capture him, and then they hold him down. And she says, "No, don't hurt him. Don't kill him. He's my friend." But then one of the leading knights says, "Oh, since you withdraw, we don't have to listen to your orders." So she's like, "Oh, what?" So she's like, "If I don't do this thing, my friend is screwed." So she's like, "Okay, I'll take part in being this priestess. I'll take part in your bullshit." So like, all right, fine, cool, let him go. They let him go. And then Reinhardt, like, he comes in, and then she accuses him of planning this, of having her friend coming in and trying to kidnap her. And he says, "Oh no, it's a test of fate." And she's like, "Oh, cut the bullshit. I know you planned this." See, and now I have to question, what is Reinhardt's motivations? Like, is it the worst thing in the world to have your priestess walk out on you? Like, I feel like he's doing this, obviously, to get like a higher ranking, a promotion of some sorts, which is pretty obvious. But like, to go that far, to get someone else's friend to try and kidnap her and plan that out and scare some people, I feel like there's another ulterior motive for this guy. So I'm keeping my eye out for him. So Reinhardt's a guy to keep an eye on. Another thing too, one thing that I noticed, going back to when they were talking crap about Felt, and the nobles were saying, "Oh, she's not even educated." I saw Emilia. She kind of like moved, or like she was like, I don't know. It was like the way they had the camera angle, and she moved as soon as they said that. It's as if she kind of got bothered by that when they said that she's uneducated. I don't know if that's a sign, or maybe I'm just looking too far into that. Not sure. And then when it comes to what's her name? Rosal, I think. Rosal. I'm trying to pronounce his name. Emilia's the one who's representing Emilia. He like smiles big time when he sees Subaru is about to interrupt. He's like, here we go. And like, I'm like, what is this guy planning? He's planning something, and Subaru is obviously a part of it. So that's some foreshadowing there. A lot happened in this episode, so I'm trying to go through all the motions. So now I'm switching back to when she finally accepts her role. She says, when Felt accepts her role, she goes, "I hate all of you, basically. I hate this kingdom. I hate nobility. If I'm voted, I'm crushing all of you. I'm taking you all down, and I'm bringing breath of fresh air to this kingdom." Because she's from the slums. She's seen the dark side of this kingdom. She knows the separation between the haves and the have-nots. So I think when she means she's gonna tear down this kingdom, she's gonna try and make it better, you know, make this kingdom great again, like, you know, Trump, you know. But I think she's better because she's anyway. So she's gonna tear it down. Everyone's like, "Oh, why would she say that?" But then there's one guy, one of the leaders of this whole nobility thing, the one with the big beard. He seems pretty chill. He's like, "Oh, your priestess seems a little feisty." Like he's a little cool. But he also said, like, when Emilia was getting embarrassed by Subaru, he said, "Oh, well, at least he's shown that you are someone not to be feared with. You have a fine attendant." But then that's when Emilia kind of disowns Subaru and saying, "Oh, he is not my attendant," and he gets like, oh, shocked by that. So this whole thing is just a whole big mess, you know, with Subaru interfering, with him disrespecting the knights. He disrespected the knights even more when one of the knights challenged him, saying, "Oh, if you are a knight, how can you say that in front of all of us?" And then Subaru says some like mean stuff that I'll get into right now. After this whole thing is over, a lot happened this episode. This whole thing was over. Subaru goes outside, and then one of the knights comes out to challenge him in the arena. They go into the arena, and Subaru gets his ass handed to him. Like, nothing easy. He even tries using his like shadow magic, got owned, like really bad. But the thing with this guy is, like, the way his dialogue was saying and the angle of his face, and he like whacks Subaru. He says, "You are not worthy to be by her side." And I'm like, well, what does that mean? I mean, like, does this guy have something for Emilia? I don't know. I'm throwing that in there. Just saying, does he have anything for Emilia? Who knows? We'll see. Then, once that's over, he's knocked unconscious. He wakes up too. And then Emilia is there, and she's asking him, "Why are you doing this? Basically, why are you going so far from me?" Because she doesn't have the memories that he has. And then he says, "You wouldn't understand." So, to put it in simple terms, they get into this huge fight of basically him not talking to her, her not understanding why she would go so far for him. And then he breaks down saying, oh, I've done all this, I've done all that, you have no idea how many debts you have to me. You know, he breaks down kind of crying, and she's like, oh, you're right, I have many debts, let's start with this. And then she basically saying, we're kind of done here, I'm walking off. You know, I had high hopes for you, but we're done. Because he does too much for her, where it kind of, I think, might have creeped her out a little, I don't know. But she doesn't know that he has all these fondness and memories. And he tries to tell her, though. He tries to tell her, but he can't, because he gets strangled by these black hands. Ugh, damn, that keeps me in suspense. I want to know who's doing that. Is this the witch or someone? This show drives me nuts, man. What else? And she walks off, and the music comes on for the ending, and Subaru's just there. He's kind of hunched over, and he's just sad, out of his mind. So, man, where do you think this show is going? Because it's like one of those suspenseful things that depends on us not knowing something. It always keeps us sucked in. I really hope this doesn't like lead us to being disappointed towards the ending of this first season. I don't know how many seasons they're doing, because it's a light novel, I believe. I hope it's a great ending where we have some lore reveals about who's what and what. Why is he even here in the first place? Why is he in this world? Why is he chosen? Who the hell's strangling him? Who's the witch? I believe Satella? Something like that. But hopefully that's all answered in these, what is it, 25 episodes I believe this is going. 25 or 24. Hopefully they do a great job. I'm really looking forward to it. And that's about it. That's all I have for you today. Anyone who's watching, any of those small viewers who keep watching me and get more subscribers, please subscribe to my content. And I'll see you later.